What's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie B all day, bringing you a fun video today. Uh-oh, got stuck. It still opens with the Cold Steel Extra Large Espada. Now you look at the blade and you're thinking, what is going on there? I'll tell you what's going on there. I use my Espada. I know a lot of people don't. A lot of people buy these and they use them as wall hangers and stuff like that. Not me. This thing gets some rugged usage, and the reason is because it's a pocket sword, and it's awesome and it's amazing, and it's one of the greatest fighting blades I've ever held in my life. Thing is old and used and still razor sharp. Woo. It's one of my all-time favorite knives. Even though you look at it and you think, oh, well, some kind of fantasy blade. No, this thing is just, it'll make you some fantasies. That's for darn skippy. But what we're going to do is, I have some weeds, some vines that are growing up around the house in a couple different places. So I need to get out there and start knocking them down. Man, I love this thing. One hand action. So it needs to be oiled a little bit. It's just been sitting there after usage. You can see like how filthy and cruddy it is. I gotta polish it, but I need to get over there and take down some vines, and figured if you're gonna do yard work, why not use the best yard work blade available? So that's what we're gonna do. So here, take a walk with me. Take a walk. Let's chit chat, just you and me. Just you and me and everybody else. I'm going to actually go this way. Changing my mind already. So we're going to take out the extra large Espada, not the small, medium, large. No. The extra large Espada. The man size Espada. We're going to come over here. Open the gate. We're going to come on through. I see my man Sonny down there walking around. And I'll show you what's going on. I've got vines that are growing in through a window, and I have some more vines, and looks like a pricker just hit me in the leg, and I've got some more stuff over here that was just growing in that we had to cut down. So what I need to do is take the Espada and just cut just like that down through all these vines and try to get them out of here. So it looks like that's the game plan. It's actually growing into and through the roof of this setup here. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it inside the vine, and I'm just going to cut. Look at that. And it's so simple. So I have this one right here. Let's see if I can't get it. And what I'm going to do, one hand, I'm just one hand, and it just comes down like it's nothing. This blade is no joke. It is no joke. Get it in there and just start cutting. Oof, all that pollen and whatnot just kicks right up in your grill. Let's see. And that's just one hand, because I'm holding you guys with one hand. And I'm taking one hand, I'm pushing this in and just twisting and pulling. And you can see that this stuff is thick, man. This stuff is, look, I can't even bend it and break it. But this knife doesn't care about all that. This knife says, well, I'm gonna cut it up anyway because I'm the extra large Espada. So that's what I'm gonna do, is take this thing and just keep ripping it through all this stuff and chopping it up and knocking it down. And then what I have to do is go over to the window. Man, look how this stuff grows. It is crazy how these vines just find a crease and they get inside of it, and they just grow. Look at this knife, man. Look at this knife. Let's see. We got this one growing on the wall here. Let's see if I can just get it flat. Look at that. Look at that. Just easy. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut away the rest of that, but first we're gonna come over here and let's see. We got all these vines sitting over here on a tarp. Look at that. These are just loose hanging vines and they cut straight off. This one right here is growing through the window. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that the pocket thing right here that opens up the knife all by itself. I'm just gonna use that to help pull the weeds out. And look at that. Now I have this vine right here that's starting to grow into the house. So I'll just cut that off. Now look at this. We have this twisted, braided vine right here. It's pretty thick stuff. It's pretty hairy. Let's see. But it's no match. No match for the extra large Espada. I mean, none. Not even close. Just, you know, you buy a knife and you don't realize what it's good for until you actually start using it. And then you realize, man, this knife is good for everything. There's a thorn bush right there. Got to knock that down. But honestly, I can take this thing and just use it for everything. Any purpose that a knife has can be completely finished with this guy right here. So I got these little trees growing right here, and so I figure why not, let's chop these down too. And that's exactly what it's doing. That's a tree. That's not a weed. That's an actual little tree growing. It's pretty stiff. All right, so chop that down, put my head inside the tree, and keep going. I mean, that's the beauty of having a real knife. And the extra large Espada is exactly that. It's a real knife. I mean, this is a real knife. It's not a fake knife. It's not a toy knife or a play knife. This, when you put it in my hand, it becomes a toy, and I play with it. But this is an absolute battle weapon, and that's exactly what it is. And I'm going to show you. Ooh. All right, so I'm going to show you what I mean, because over here I had this branch that came down. That's a big branch. It's hard. That's a hard wood, but we are going to just see. Well, I just showed you how easy it is. Let's see, it's attached way up here. So let's see, my hands up in the air are 8 feet. So we're looking at 8 feet of height above my head. Oh my gosh, the bite on this thing is incredible. And this is a lockback. This is a lockback. And it's a beast. It is an absolute monster knife. And one good thing about being as long as it is, big as it is, I can reach way up high and still get good leverage. Let's see, I got some dead branch here. Man, look at that. I hope you guys are staying in the shot. Really kind of hard to do this like this, but it's so incredibly easy to do big tasks when you have a big knife. I mean, it literally just makes it all go away. So that's what we're looking at. Let's see, I got this branch leaning way over the driveway, and that's about almost 9 feet in the air. So you don't have good leverage, so it's kind of hard to cut. Yeah, but I have the extra large Espada. So we're going to just pretend they're hard to cut. Oh no, I have to cut that. That's so difficult. So that's pretty much it, I think, for what I have to do. I'm going to go back and clear the rest of those weeds. But I just wanted to show you that vines, things like that, just, I mean, no match. No match. And if you have one of these knives, and this is, I don't know, like what, $600 knife, more than that. When I bought it, I can't remember. It was like $650, somewhere in there. It's an expensive knife. If you're spending that much money on a blade that's just gonna sit around and not be used, you're out of your freaking minds. if you spend $600 on a knife, you better take that knife and use it more than any other knife you've ever owned in your life. This thing I took with me to Afghanistan, and it was awesome then, and it's awesome now. And it's just something I love. I will never, ever not love this knife. It is phenomenal. So I'm going to prop it up there, give it a nice sit and chill for a minute. I'm gonna have a sip of iced tea, and I'm gonna go back and finish them weeds. But that's it. The extra large Espada is no joke, guys. If you got a little bit of extra ching sitting around, and you want a lockback that'll last you beyond forever, that's the one right there. That's the one. If you got the money to spend, put it into something like that. The extra large Espada, and that's the original one, not the cheaper version. That's the big boy, and it is just ridiculous. So I'm gonna go and play with stuff that shouldn't be growing and knock it all down. Hum Donny be all day. Until next knife.